Hey, what's up everyone? I'm going to add a power kill switch. I previously removed the alarm module, so I want to be able to kill the power to it. I'm going to actually use one of my, what used to previously be a turn signal switch. A while ago I removed the big clunky turn signals from it. I don't have them on here at the moment, but I'm using some RF controlled wireless turn signals on the front and back. So I no longer have those turn signals on this Scoot, the stock turn signals, so these turn signal switches are unused for me right now. I'm going to use one of these to be my kill switch for the power. You could use just about any switch, whether you mount it on your handlebars or not. For example, on my Q Power, I also have a kill switch, but it's down here under the deck with that red tip on it there. So that's my kill switch on my Q Power, and basically I have it there for like anti-theft reasons. Again, like if I'm running into a burger joint to get a burger or something, and I can like see the Scoot through the window there, I won't bother locking it up or anything, but I'll just hit my kill switch so somebody can't just jump on it and take off. All right, so first thing I got to pull my deck off. I need to locate the wiring from this switch here, mainly the turn signal wiring. All right, I found the wiring. It's, of course, the cable that comes down from the light switch, which has all these wires coming out of it, the blue, yellow, red. And then, more importantly, these are the two I'm looking for. Green with black, 2-pin male, brown with black, 2-pin male. The green one is the left turn signal, brown one's the right. The turn signals are currently wired to battery powers. I don't want that, I just want this to be an open and closed switch. This yellow wire is going into the cable that goes up to the headlights and turn signals, and basically this yellow wire is providing power to the turn signals. Since I no longer am using those old turn signals, stock turn signals, I'm going to make use of this one here, the green, the one that has the green and black wire. However, I'm not really going to be using the black wire. I don't need negative battery power. I just need a open and closed switch. So if we take a look at the switch module, that's the turn signal switch. Green is the left connection, brown is the right connection, yellow is power going into the switch. So what I want to do here is I don't need power, I don't want power, I just want this to be an open and closed switch. So I'm going to unsolder the yellow wire to take power off the switch. Leaves me with the green wire and brown wire on opposite ends. I need them to be able to connect together when I have the switch on. So basically what I'm going to do, right now the switch is in the left position, so the green wire is connected to that center contact. I'm going to unsolder the brown wire from that end and move it to the middle contact, so when the switch is on, the green and brown wires will be connected. Alright, I have the brown wire now moved over to the center contact, so now when the switch is in the left position, these two wires should be connected. Let's go down to the other end of the cable in the scooter. I have my meter here hooked up to the brown wire coming out of that cable and also the green wire coming out of the cable, which are on two different connectors. The meter currently shows no connection. Now I'm going to throw the switch to the left turn signal side, and you can see now those two wires are connected. So this is the connection where my alarm module used to go. It would be plugged onto this side right here. I've removed that and bypassed it. Here's a better look at my bypass plug now, which is basically, this is what your alarm's doing. It's taking the power in on the red wire, and then when you unalarm it, it sends the power back down on the orange wire. So I'm basically just bypassing that by connecting the red and orange wire directly. I have the red and orange wire separated now. I just need to run one to the brown wire and then the other one to the green wire that goes up to the turn signal switch. So when I turn on that switch, both these wires will be connected. I'm going to actually use a 2-pin female connector that I'm going to connect to these two wires. When the switch is thrown, these 2 points are connected, or the same point, so there's not like a positive or negative. So the color of the wires don't really matter. I happen to have a 2-pin female. I have a bunch of connectors laying around, so I'm going to put that on there. I have the 2-pin female connector now connected up to the orange and red wire, which is my bypass for the alarm. I did reconnect the red wire for my accessory lights, and I put that on the side that is not switched. So I'll be able to have my kill switch on, so power can't be turned on the display, but I'll still be able to turn on my accessory lights. Okay, next I have to remove the black wire from this connector, remove the brown one from this one, move the brown one over next to the green. You can see the pins are kind of near the top of the connector. Right above those pins on this side, there's a small opening, small hole. And I'm just going to take a small poker of some sort and stick that into the hole there, because there's going to be a little tab on the pin that if you push that tab down, you can then pull the wire and the pin out the back. So basically this is what I'm doing. I have a poker tool there, and as you can see I have it above the pin in the connector going into the small hole there. So I need to just push that down in there and try to push the tab down that's keeping this locked into the plastic housing. Okay, so here's the brown wire. I backed it out of the plastic connector. So now I'm going to put it into the connector next to the green wire. Before I do that, I want to pry that little tab up a little bit so it'll lock in place. Okay, so I basically just used my X-Acto knife and pried that little tab up a little bit. Now I can push this into the connector, making sure that that little tab is to the top part. And then once I push it in far enough, it should lock into place. I have the brown wire installed now, and I need to plug my brown and green wire 2-pin male connector to the 2-pin female connector that I added here as my alarm bypass. Alright, that should be it. So now what's happening is the power is coming in on the red wire, coming up here, going to my accessory lights unswitched, but then it's also going through this connector to the green wire, which goes up to the switch. The other side of the switch is the brown wire that comes back down, and I have that connected ultimately to the orange wire. So this is basically when the switch is turned on, it'll be like connecting the red and orange wires like I previously had, which is the alarm bypass. Alright, so first of all I'm going to leave my switch in the off position or neutral position. So there should be no power. I should not be able to turn on the display. And the display does not come on, so there's no power to the display. But I should still be able to turn on my accessory lights. And those are all now on. So I can run my accessory lights without having the power to the display. Once I turn on this switch, it used to be my left turn signal, I should then have power to my display. And there it is, display's on. Now just to test the kill switch again, I'm going to turn the switch off, and it kills power. Alright, so put the cover back on my switch module, have it all put back together. I just need to mount everything back on the handlebars. Alright guys, so that's it for this one. Take care, peace, ride safe.